everybody coming together to bring resolution. And so while I am very grateful for all of my agents that have worked since the very beginning, 24 hours a day, to get us to the point we are today, we could not have reached where we're at without the partnerships of the Texas County Sheriff's Office, the District 1 District Attorney's Office, without our FBI partners, and without the assistance of the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's Office and the Oklahoma Highway Patrol that could not be here. So our condolences go out to the family, and we will continue to update you as we continue to move this investigation forward. And I'm going to now turn it over to our FBI partners. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Sonia Garcia. I am acting special agent in charge for the Oklahoma City Field Office, FBI. On behalf of the entire FBI, I want to express our sincerest condolences to the family and loved ones of Veronica and Jillian. The FBI was requested to assist on this matter on April 4th, and since then, we've had a dedicated team of analysts, agents, evidence response, and tactical personnel working around the clock and alongside with OSBI and Texas County Sheriff's Office to bring the individuals responsible for this crime into custody and to provide a sense of closure to the families and to this community. Know that we are grieving with you today. We will continue to work with our partners and to be an advocate for Jillian and Veronica and to ensure that justice will be served. Thank you.
My name is Matt Bowley. I am the Sheriff of Texas County, and I would also like to offer our condolences to the family. And, my agency's role in this is that we received a call on March 30th of an abandoned vehicle missing, with persons missing from the vehicle. Deputies immediately responded to the area. When they arrived on scene, they found some things that just weren't adding up. So we established a crime scene and then notified the OSBI to have them come and assist us with this and to actually take lead on the case. All right. We established a search party made up of the Guyman Fire Department and several of the volunteer fire departments in the county. And we searched the area around the crime scene for about a mile in each direction. Once the OSBI arrived on the scene, they took the lead and got us to this point where we are today. I'd like to thank the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, especially the Northwest region. They were phenomenal in this. The Federal Bureau of Investigations, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, Guyman Fire Department, several Kansas agencies that assisted, local agencies here in Texas County that assisted, and I'm sure I've forgotten a few, but I'd like to just say thank you, even to the public. All right, there was a lot of questions from the public as was there any danger to the public? And I think from the get-go, once we arrived on scene, that and we gained a little bit of information that we felt this wasn't a random deal. All right, we felt that with some of the information coming in that it was more targeted, and we started to look in those areas that we were pointed to. Okay, thank you.
I'm George Harrison Leach III. I'm the district attorney for District 1. I wanted to start to let you know that on Friday, the informations were filed, and they were filed under seal. The reason they were filed under seal was to protect our law enforcement officers and to try to keep the children out of harm's way. We were successful. No shots were fired, and the children were kept out of harm's way. Our district judge issued an order this morning and those files are now unsealed. So you can get the informations at the courthouse, you can get the affidavits at the courthouse, which will give you the facts that we were working off of. Additionally, I'd like to begin by this has been an amazing enterprise. I was reading on social media some of the stuff, and there were people out there that thought law enforcement was asleep, that they weren't doing anything. Uh, there were even additional law enforcement agencies, the Kansas Bureau of Investigation, Dallam County Sheriff's Office, Sherman County Sheriff's Office from the state of Texas. Everybody came together and everybody helped. We're probably talking somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 law enforcement officers. Truly, no exaggeration, working night and day for 15 days. I want to thank the public. We had people calling us from North Texas Panhandle, from the Oklahoma Panhandle, from Southwest Kansas, providing us information, responding because they cared. And the information we received from them was critical. Also want to thank corporate America. I don't know how many search warrants we issued. I'm telling you, they responded in lightning speed. Anything we needed, any order we sent, we got everything that we needed. Lastly, I'd like to thank all the law enforcement agencies that came together and worked together as a team, and all their personnel. They did a fantastic job. Thank you.
Any additional questions you guys have, go right on ahead.
Is there confirmation at this point that the bodies recovered are still in environment?
Not at this time. We identified that there were 2 bodies during our search. Both of those deceased persons have been transported to the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's Office, where they will do a proper identification and also look into a cause and manner of death.
What led to the discovery of the body?
Based on the evidence that our agents and local law enforcement were able to obtain, we used that to search a wide area throughout Texas County, and we were able to use those resources in order to find where these 2 bodies were. It's a case-by-case basis, but as soon as we hear back from the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's Office, we will let the public know.
Can you describe the scene where these bodies were recovered and what state these remains are in?
No, I mean, I can say that it was a very rural area. I cannot state the condition of the bodies.
Is this private property?
I cannot confirm that at this time.
In Oklahoma, there's the death penalty if convicted to possibly able to this in this case.
You would have to reach out to the district attorney's office. That'll be something that will be discussed further down the line.
DA Stewart alluded to a lot of people calling in with a lot of tips. Were there particular tips that broke this case?
We received several tips throughout this entire process. The public, I mean, I know that we had thanked that our local law enforcement agencies, what they were able to help us and throughout this search, but the people here throughout this area have done a tremendous job of reaching out to us. The original press release that we had put out on March 31st in regards to searching for these 2 women, we constantly received several tips and had used those throughout the entire 14-day process in order to find these 2 bodies, and then also discover and find those who were responsible for this crime.
So the reason foul play was suspected was because of evidence found in the car. Can you go into more detail now of what that evidence was?
We cannot still at this time. It is still an ongoing investigation, and that is for our investigative purposes. Again, we can say that the evidence that was discovered inside of that abandoned vehicle and around it, we're able to help our investigators determine that there was foul play involved, and then led to the progression of this investigation. What was in the vehicle around it, we cannot discuss.
It was quite a convoy in executing these 4 search warrants. Was there concern of resistance to arrest? How much concern was there over a possible gunfight?
When you are regarding arrests and multiple arrests in the magnitude that we have all discussed, there is always, there is always a cause of, of trying to protect the public as best you possibly can. We can say that all 4 of those arrests were made without incident, and so that, of course, went extremely well, and we are extremely grateful. Another agency that wasn't able to make it, that was a big part of that and helped us tremendously, was the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. So we want to thank them tremendously on that. But I mean, again, there was concern, but we are extremely thankful that no one was hurt, no one was injured during this process.
Did any of the 4 suspects charged in the case tell law enforcement where to find them?
Say that one more time.
Did any of the 4 suspects charged in the case tell law enforcement where to find them?
No, we cannot discuss that at this time.
How early did you guys have suspects?
We can't discuss that at this time.
Are you able to go into further detail how you believe that this was targeted and not a random act?
Based on the evidence and the information that we were able to obtain throughout the entire investigation, what was found inside of the vehicle, witnesses, family, friends of the victims that we were able to talk to throughout this entire process, we were able to gain the information to determine that that these 4 people were responsible for both of these women going missing.
Also, are you able to confirm if this was over a custody battle?
We cannot confirm that at this time.
What's the relationship, if any, between those suspects and Veronica Ford?
Again, because it is still an ongoing investigation, we cannot discuss that.
We know that one arrest was in Texas County, the 3 others in Cimarron. Can you describe the arrest process? You said there was no resistance, but
That's all we can really say at this time. And we can say that the 4 people that we were looking for were found, arrested, and placed into custody within the same day, and there was no resistance.
and obviously you can't talk about the evidence in this case, but is there significant physical evidence in this investigation?
Yes.
Can you elaborate?
No.
Are you able to go into the condition of the bodies that were found?
No.
Is there a reason you guys were so tight-lipped right off the start? You said there wasn't a threat to the public when you guys were investigating, but still not a lot of information was released. Is there a reason for that?
There was not immediate threat to the public. Again, as the sheriff alluded, this was a targeted case. And when you ask about us not releasing a lot of information in that 2-week process, this is the way that our investigators work. This is what you have to do in order to get the job done, everybody involved, in order to catch those responsible and do everything in our power to find both of these people who went missing from the very beginning. So again, as we tried to do, as the investigation progresses, we can release as much details as we possibly can. But again, the way that this process works is you can't give away as much as maybe you guys are asking for, because that's how we're able to catch these 4 suspects.
Did law enforcement speak with Tiffany Adams on March 30th?
I cannot confirm that.
Is the property where the bodies were found connected to the suspects at all?
I cannot confirm that.
Was Kelly a court-appointed supervisor for Butler's visits with the children?
We can't go into that.
So I know the bodies haven't been identified, but everyone expressed their condolences. Do you think there's any chance that Veronica and Jillian are still alive?
No.
Any word on arraignment?
We will look into that further. When that is made available, we will let everybody know.
As the investigation progresses, do you expect the possibility for more suspects to be arrested?
Not at this time.
Have the suspects been cooperative and talkative, or have they provided any type of confession?
We cannot release that at this time.
Have the families helped you guys during this process? They'll help you guys.
Yes.
What's that been like?
Families, friends, people that have known both of these women who went missing have been a tremendous help. Everybody that we have talked to has helped us tremendously in doing everything they can to give us the necessary information in order for us to try to track them down and find out what happened.
Where are the children?
We can't go into that right now.
Are they?
They're safe. Yes, yes.
Are they
Children are
with
safe.
them?
We can't go into that.
Now that the FBI is involved, do they face any federal charges?
We're not going to go into that right now.
So what next? Is there going to be further investigation?
Yes, the investigation continues. The next steps are when the identification of the two victims is made, we will let everyone know. And when the cause and manner of death is made by the medical examiner's office, we will let everyone know. Right?
Were the bodies together?
We cannot confirm that. Right now, there are no suspects at large. The public is not in danger. That's what's important to us. We are extremely grateful that we were able to locate and arrest the 4 people that we believe are responsible for this crime. As soon as the identification is made with the bodies, we will let everyone know. But again, it took everybody in this case to get this done. We know that there were people throughout the 2-week process who were frustrated, who wanted answers as soon as possible. You know, we wanted those answers too. But just know that our OSBI agents, FBI agents, troopers, Kansas Bureau of Investigation, the KHP, everybody worked nonstop in order to come together and make these arrests.
Can you talk at all about the relationship between
No, we can't go into that right now.
Was there ever any concern for the children at any point of this investigation? Like for their safety?
There's always concern whenever there's children involved, but we can say that the children are safe.
With this being such a rural area, did this make this case unique in any ways?
It made it challenging. Again, you're talking about northern Texas County, near that Kansas line. It's very rural. Those of you in the media that have been up there covering this, there's not a lot of homes, not a lot of buildings or businesses. Sometimes you could use cameras to help you in this case. We did not have that. So that's what made it extremely challenging.
Is there any video evidence?
Not at this time.
Have you ever seen a case like this? Like, is there anything different about it?
The OSBI covers all kinds of cases. Each case is different in their own way. They're all just as important to us. But, you know, this case was tragic. You have 2 people who are dead, and 4 people that committed an absolutely brutal crime. And so, again, that's why it took every agency involved in this in order to get this done.
Those 4 are still being held here?
Yes. Is everybody good? Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Thank you.
Also,
Will do, Judge.
thank you.
Okay, that's it. I think that's sorry, I was just finishing off writing a message here. Anyway, what I was going to say was, yeah, Chumba, I understand what you mean, because mental health. It's a Chad Daybell trial that's come up now. That's a whole nother thing that's going on at the moment, isn't it? The Chad Daybell trial. Anyway, I saw that press conference was on. Sorry, I meant to say, yeah, there's no help out there, or not much this help. The problem as well with mental health is, you know, as far as that guy was concerned, Joel, he'd stopped taking his medication. Anyway, we're going to look at his father gave a statement, didn't he? We'll look at that later. I haven't got time now because I've got a class shortly. But I saw that this press conference was on, and I thought I'd come on and show the press conference. And to be honest, they haven't said very much, have they, really? Just confirming what everybody knew. All the files were closed for the secrecy to protect the children. Because, you know, when you think about it, this has been a really, really difficult case. because the police maybe early on suspected that the grandmother was involved and the other people in that home, but they had the children with them, so they had to be very careful, didn't they? You know, they had to keep everything completely secret until they actually went that morning and arrested them all, because, you know, unfortunately, you know, it's not beyond people to do something to children if they feel that they're going to be taken off them. You know, and if they'd gone as far to kill their mother and her friend, you know, there was nothing to say that they might not have done some damage to the children. So I think the police have had a really difficult case to deal with here, and I think they've dealt with it, personally, I think they've dealt with it really, really well. And, you know, the police get a lot of stick, don't they? All the time, the police get nothing but stick, really. Sometimes it feels, but I think when you see that they've done something, you know, done a good job, I think we have to give them that appreciation, don't we? Must have been difficult, must have been so difficult. Anyway, you know, it's all very sad, but at least have found the bodies of these two women, rather than them, you know, like Samantha Murphy still being lost in the wilderness. Well, I think they were, David. They were in the house. He's just said that on the. He just said that actually in the conference. He said that they had to worry about the children. That's why they put a cloak of secrecy over everything, because they were worried about the children's welfare. And he still won't say where they are, will he? He just said, let's just say the children are safe. Oh no, I think they were worried about the children's safety. That's what he said. Anyway, the children are safe now. That's the main thing, isn't it? These two mothers who have left between them, they've left 6 children behind. But at least they've been found. You know, I bet one of those people that were arrested, so they arrested 4 people. You know, and it's a death penalty state, as we were saying, and probably maybe because it was the grandma, her friend, and then there's the guy and his wife, Cora. Maybe it was Cora who spoke up in the end, because maybe Cora had the least to do with it. You know, she's been arrested as well, but who, you know, they think that these 2 women were shot. Was it likely to have been Cora that had anything to do with the shooting? So she's not going to want to go down for a death penalty verdict when she's had, you know, maybe all she's done, which is still bad, don't get me wrong, you know, is covered up a crime or whatever they call it, perverted the course of justice. Maybe it was her who said where the bodies were, you know, or maybe the police found the bodies themselves. I mean, we don't actually know. It's probably likely that one of them said where the bodies were. That's to come out later, isn't it? So, you know, you think, yeah, somebody's probably terrified. Somebody who's done the least thing. So at the end of the day, if you'd somehow got involved in this because your partner was involved in it or whatever, and you know, you'd be like, what? And then at first you would be scared to go to the police. You know, we could even give it, you know, you'd be scared to go to the police. But anyway, it doesn't matter really, I suppose. We'll find all that out later. Somebody is probably talking. Maybe they're all talking. I mean, honestly, there's a few things that just seem crazy to me. One, you know, I keep thinking, God, how could a grandma kill the mother of her own grandchildren? But if you get your head around that, and as you said, David, not all grannies are sweet little old ladies. I know that. But even if you get your head around that, how the hell did they think they were ever going to get away with it? You know, they've shot them in broad daylight on the road in their car. They'll have left forensics, bullets. I don't know. There'll be some sort of forensic evidence. How did that? And it was obvious. You know, they would have been the first suspects, the grandma, because the partner is in rehab. There's a bitter custody battle going on, apparently. Grandma says that the mother is not a fit mother. God, how she could say that, I don't know, when she's then planning to have someone murdered. What made her think that she was fit to look after look after the children? And what made her think her son was fit to look after the children when he was in rehab? So anyway, this apparently is what the grandma's been saying about the mother. She's not a fit parent, and she's not this, and she's not that. So, hi DMV. It's yeah, definitely not 3D chess players, not these lot. They're like 3D banjo players, aren't they? Literally their mugshots look like a scene out of Deliverance, look like extras from the film Deliverance, which, if nobody's ever seen, was about sort of hillbillies, wasn't it? Hillbillies. Also, it reminded me of The Hills Have Eyes. That's another film it reminded me of. Hi, Maria. Yeah, 3D banjo players, that's what they are. So they've been caught, and the police were saying they don't think there's any danger to anybody else now. It was a targeted attack. But they still will not say where all they would say about the children was the children are safe. So, thing is, in these sort of things, because of course the partner, the woman's partner, the father of the children, he's in rehab. He's not been arrested. So maybe he didn't have anything directly to do with it, in the sense he wasn't there actually shooting the gun, but I'm sure he had some part in it somewhere. It was probably discussed. They've probably been talking about it for ages, ever since it looked like Veronica was going to get the custody, didn't it? So they've probably been discussing it for ages, planning it for ages, though, wasn't very well planned, really, was it, to shoot them just 2 minutes from where they were due to hand over the kids. So it just seems, I wonder if they tried to make it look like a road sort of, somebody, like a robbery on the road. Maybe they tried to make it look like that. I don't know. We'll find out. So it'll all start coming out. But of course, they've got to prosecute them yet. So they can't give all the quite often that's when cases do go quiet. This case has been quiet. But normally when charges are made against someone, cases do tend to go a bit quieter, because the police then are trying to, it's Riley. Hello, Riley. Because then the police are trying to, protect their evidence and that, and not compromise their not their investigation, but not compromise the prosecution. So it will probably go quiet now, but at least, the women there was some horrible rumours going around on other social media channels about bloody pig farms, and the guy's a butcher, the younger guy, or he's a butcher. Just horrible. It was just horrible. I just thought, if their family, the women's family, hello, Riley, come here, come and say hello. Oh, Riley will cheer us all up. Come here, come on. Let's see if we can get your face on there. There you are. I'm not on the right computer to put the pictures of Riley up, to put the emojis of Riley up. I'm on the wrong computer. I can't do it on this computer. I can't put an emoji of you up because I'm on the wrong computer. Yes, you need a clip, Riley, don't you? You need a haircut badly. Needs a good haircut. Yeah, he does, because his little Mohicans got really long. Yeah, put Riley up. He is lovely. He is lovely. There you go. There you go. You're in the chat now with your emojis. So yeah, just thought I'd bring you that. He is cute. Everyone always thinks he's cute, but he's a little sly one, Riley. Anyway, he does some little sly things, don't you? But he likes his cuddles, don't you? So I just thought I'd bring you that press conference. But to be honest, I thought they might. Oh, DMV's putting right. Oh, yeah, I can't do it. I'm not on my laptop. I'm on the big computer and I can't get the emojis on there. So thanks for putting them on. Oh, right. Hey. So there you go. That's Riley. And that's his ear splitting bark. So he's barking at Rocky, little Rocky, because oh look, he's really moaning because he's got a little toy, Riley, and he's trying to warn Rocky off because Rocky will snatch it off him because Rocky snatches all the toys. So yeah, but yeah, you're going for a haircut soon. Yeah, because it's coming into the hot weather now as well. So I'm waffling on now, aren't I? I'm going to let you go because I just wanted to come on and do that press conference. I thought they might give out a bit more information, to be honest, but anyway, they haven't. So sometimes these press conferences, they're a bit of a letdown, aren't they, in the end? You know, because we're always expectant, waiting to find something more out about what's happened. And really, everything they said on there, we already knew, really, more or less. I thought it was interesting that first guy that spoke from the police department, was it the first one? Yeah, they all took a turn, didn't they, in speaking. There's quite a few different people spoke. But the guy that spoke, not the good-looking one that spoke, I think he was third. The second one, how he said, oh, people have thought that we weren't doing anything, you know, and of course we were doing things. I think we've always got to bear that in mind when investigations aren't moving as quick as we think they should. There may well be lots going on behind the scenes. Hi, Hannah. There might be lots going on behind the scenes that we just don't know about for whatever reason. But do you think it is because of TV programs that we watch? Not that I watch any now, but you know, detect it also. You know, you watch like a series, like with the police or whatever, and as true to life as it may be, it all happens within an hour, doesn't it? You know, it doesn't go on for weeks. Like the search for the bodies or trying to find a suspect, it's all over and done with within the hour episode. So maybe that's why we've got a little bit frustrated now. You know, we always want cases to have quick resolutions, but you know, sometimes that's just not possible. Yeah, you haven't missed much, DMV. Now I might be back later on. I've not quite decided. I've got a class now. I've got my last class. And then I'll see what's occurring. I'll have a look what's interesting that you might want to watch. And I may well be back later. But if not, oh, you just cancel your Sky. DMV, I never watch the telly. I don't even really watch Netflix now or anything occasionally. I'm always on YouTube. I've turned into my son. That's because he never watches the telly. And things, there's always something to watch on YouTube, isn't there? Always something. And whatever, you know, if you want a bit of true crime or you want a cooking program or you want to watch dog training or whatever you want to watch, you can find it on YouTube. So, you know, and YouTube is free at the point of entry, isn't it? You know, at the end of the day, unless you become a member of a channel or you choose to support a channel, YouTube is free. So you can watch it gratis. So why pay? I expect. I was just going to say, DMV, why pay for it? Why pay for it if you don't even watch it? And if you're not really into sports, I mean, it'd only be the football that I would want. But then now my son, he knows how to set it up and get it free. So he puts the sport on for me, the football, because of course looks very good for Manchester City now. So I will be watching the last few matches of the Premier League. So yeah, Maria, I saw that. Now that looks like it might be terrorism related, but I don't know if we know yet or not. I don't know. Do we know? It was that could be more to do with religion, maybe. But God, it's just, do you think these people watch things? Do you think that person had watched like maybe the stabbings on Saturday, and then you know, gives them ideas. You just don't know if it gives people ideas or not. Or maybe he was already planning that anyway. So who knows? You can't look into the mind of these people. Okay, I'm sorry, I've got to go, but if I'm not back later, I'll definitely be back in the morning. So thanks for watching. Remember to leave your fingerprint on the like button, and I will see you as always really soon in the next video. And until then, may your God go with you. Bye.